Welcome to Fish and Snacks, the podcast that teaches you all about what's going on in sports, in life, and in Hollywood. And now, how about a nice round of applause for Eric Fish Snyder and Brad Snacks Grunberg.
Oh, boy. Look at that. Keep those on, man. You look like what you're going to turn into, this 80s porno star Tommy Salami, or every creeper that hangs out at a girl's middle school waiting for recess in their car. Hi, you want to go to ride with Chunky Love? Yeah.
There you go, buddy. You know, come on. I'm not looking that bad, right?
You look great. But you do look, it's a little creepy with the sunglasses indoors.
Yeah, but I'm like, all the rappers, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you see these guys are always got sunglasses on at events and award shows and clubs. They never can look you in the eye, or they look you in the eye, but they're behind the curtain, if you know what I mean.
What would be your rap name? Like Chunky loves snacks. I mean, it's got to be a great rap name for you.
I did these spots for a friend of mine's company called Get Dismissed years ago, where you could, if you get a moving violation, I think in the 70s, there's a law, trial by declaration. You send in your complaint or your response. So I did this one. I did like 16 spots with my friend Mark Sanderson, and I played rapper Chunky Love.
Love it.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun. Yeah. So I have a lot of names for different situations, if you know what I mean. And if I'm ever arrested, I hope not, I use your name.
Well, the good thing about that, on a serious note, there's a lot. Those sunglasses look like a lot of drill sergeants that, and you could be a great drill sergeant. You're losing weight. You got the mustache. Could you imagine you in front of a Marine Corps cadets in boot camp? I mean,
you mean like Officer in Search of a Gentleman, Lou Gossett Jr.?
Or-
Mayonnaise. What are you looking at, mayonnaise?
I'm thinking about Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket, the way he tortured Vincent D'Onofrio over the jelly donut. You could have played that role. That
would have been.
you would have been great. Well, he was great in it, but those sunglasses open up a lot of opportunities for you, Mr. Snack.
I'll take them off for the rest of the show.
Look good. Hey, first of all, welcome to Fish and Snacks, Brad. 12. This is 12. 12. Where's the time go? 12 episodes.
It's great. It just flies by when you're having fun, right?
It is. And we always talk about this. My favorite time of the year. We're in September and football season, the NFL. This is a Friday, folks. We're recording. I'm going to try and drop today, but we're going to act as if it's live. Today is Friday. The NFL in earnest starts on Sunday. But I want to recap the week that was. And I was telling Brad in rehearsal, I've never seen more celebrities at a college football game than Bill Belichick's opener, UNC versus TCU last Monday. I mean, in a booth is Mia Hamm, the great Mia Hamm, with Lawrence Taylor and Michael Jordan. I mean, and you got so many celebrities, as if it's when you usually see that when you watch a Laker game. And he just got his ass kicked. And he's got a 24-year-old girlfriend. I want to ask you this, my first question to you. If Bill Belichick didn't have Tom Brady, Brad, as his quarterback, this is what I think his girlfriend would look like.
Oh God. Grandma. Yeah, he's living the life, man. I mean, one thing about Bill Belichick, he does it his way. Like Frank Sinatra song, I did it my way. He just doesn't care. And I like that. I like that in a lot of ways. But you know what? It's just, I don't think he's going to have a great season. He's got all new players. He's got a whole new situation. College is different than pro, right? And, he's just, he's dating a cheerleader, and he's just Bill Belichick. And that's really what it comes down to for me.
Yeah, there was a meme where they showed her in a video walking up to him right before the game, and she kind of walks away upset. And the meme said, "Hey, Dad, can I have $20 for popcorn and a soda?"
That is funny. Oh God!
Oh, I was on the ground. So he's going to take a lot of crap. His team looked horrible. They scored on the first drive of the game, got pounded 46-14. But I saw something last night. I hope you witnessed it. And we might talk in rehearsal, but what we say on this show is unscripted. get ready. The beauty of the build up. The Philadelphia Eagles, defending champions, Dallas Cowboys, America's team. On the first play, they lose their starting. They lose their starting fullback and special teams player to a knee injury, and then their best player spits in Dak Prescott's face. Did you see it, and what's your reaction?
It was ridiculous. I mean, first of all, the coaches are responsible for preparing these players. Okay. Why is he spinning? Why? And by the way, where's his teammates separating him? Right? I mean, it was a joke. That's how the game started. Okay. Your best defensive player out for the game. And then I mean, what is it? 44 points in the first half, 44 points, and they don't score in the second half. And remember, they prepare for rain, they prepare for lightning. It's the coaches that have to motivate the players. One thing I didn't like was the Philadelphia coach should have went on fourth down a couple times. You got to do that. Don't go by the book, go with your gut instinct, analytics and all this stuff is bullshit. I mean, my God, the game should have been a great game in the second half, and it takes a little time to get back in stride. But what about you?
Great. Couldn't agree with you more. I mean, they scored 3 points between both teams in the second half. CD Lamb, their all-star wide receiver, has some critical draws. But what I learned from that game, and
Mhm.
you nailed it. I don't have much to offer. If it's just one game, I think the Dallas Cowboys are a little bit better than we all thought they were, and Philadelphia is going to run back to the pack. Being a fan of the Warriors, when you're the champion, you're always the hunted.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Hey,
Jerry Jones is, I mean, sadly, he's got to step aside. He's a clown. I mean, they're never going to win. I love the team. They have great players. It's America's team, quote unquote. But gosh, man, Jerry Jones is just a buffoon. I'm never been a fan. I mean, Jimmy Johnson, unbelievable, right? Barry Switzer, unbelievable. I mean, Troy Aikman, I mean, all these great players, but Jerry Jones, it's all about him. It's all about him all the time. Just ask him.
you're right. And that when you're that old and you have an ego like that, and you say you want to, it's all about your family because both your sons are co-general managers. Guarantee they had nothing to say about Micah Parsons, their best player, being traded to Green Bay right before the season started, and they could have used him last
Yeah.
night.
Oh,
Want
yeah.
to start a new segment here called, and basically I'm going to be very quick here because I do a lot of research into this. I'm
Wait,
going to give you
before
an
you go, I
upset.
got to do this.
What is this? Oh, you're putting perfume
Yeah, I'm
on?
putting Eternity on cologne. The ladies love it.
Okay,
So,
well, but that's a nice plug for our NFL picks of the week. I'm going to give you one upset pick and
yeah.
two survival. If you're in the survival pools like I'm in, and it's so prevalent in LA, especially in Las Vegas, it's insane. I think the one upset pick of the week is I think the New York Giants have a chance to beat the Commanders on Sunday. I just love what they did in the draft. I
Yeah.
think the Commanders might take a step back. Their defense is shoddy after last season, lost guys in free agency. Here's how survival picks work. You play all 18 weeks. Let's say you pick Philadelphia to beat Dallas last night. You move on to week 2. You just can't pick Philadelphia again the rest of the season. My two picks are not. I'm not going on a limb here. I like the Denver Broncos, Bradley, over the Tennessee Titans. I like the Arizona Cardinals over the New Orleans Saints. I think the Saints are going to be garbage all year. What do you think?
I like those. Yeah, I agree with you. I love. It's crazy. I watch Hard Knocks. Just watched the last episode. It's so good, and I've always been on Buffalo because I love the underdog. I really think Buffalo will win this week. Buffalo is
Tough,
going to win
tough
this week.
game. You know they're playing, right? They're playing
I
the
know who they're
Ravens.
playing. I know, but
Are you gonna go?
again,
Are you gonna go to? Are you gonna go to that bar, Busby's, on Sunday night?
I don't know. I don't know. I have a couple of ladies I'm seeing. Oh, not really. But I'm gonna, yeah, I watch some sports. I love, there's one great thing about sports. It's just like comedy and it's entertainment. They've taken it in every sport, they take it to a whole new level. Look at the U.S. Open. Look at,
Oh,
WNBA. Look at my Golden State Warriors. I mean, it's real entertainment. And by the way, all those celebrities that were at the North Carolina, there's a casting director. They fly them in, they put them on. Come on, right? I mean, people can watch it on TV. but they want to be there. They want to be, in the moment. But yeah, I like Buffalo. I like Buffalo a lot. And then tonight, I love the Chargers at home. It's okay. So yeah, it's really going to be. I want to segue to something. I want to talk to you about this. What is this? It's like a clown show. Mike Tyson versus Money Mayweather. Another joke. Jake Paul and Tyson. It's not even a fight. They have their bullet points. Okay, you can do this, you can't do that. Don't go for the knockout. Don't do this. Go 15 rounds so people watch, so we make money. I mean, I always go back to my sweet 12th grade English teacher, Walt Gardner, who passed in May. Follow the money trail. That's really
That's
what
what
it
it
is.
is. That's what it
Right?
is. Well, look at Jake. Again, we're boring today. I agree with you. Look at Jake Paul and Tyson made millions and millions of dollars. Every boxing aficionado said this is a joke for the sport.
Yeah.
You're right. It's a clown show. It's a shit show. It's degrading. It's embarrassing. Now you have Floyd Mayweather, who's about as tall as Peter Dinklage. On Game of Thrones.
Mini
And you got
me.
Mike Tyson, the heavyweight champion, who's 58 or 59 years old. There's no way they should be in a ring with each other.
No.
But the problem is, and I'm going to piss some people off, people are going to buy it. And that's why these promoters do it. And don't blame those guys. Blame us.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if there's interest, they make money. They move on to the next one. I mean,
A couple bullet points when we move on. That bothered me. Caitlin Clark, the great WNBA guard for the Indiana Fever, is out for the season. Do you think ratings will suffer because of that?
Yes, people love her. I don't know if I ever told you, when I was a Lyft driver, I was downtown at the Marriott, and they were playing the Sparks. I saw her come out right in front of my car. I was going to get out and take a picture. She had a big bodyguard with her, but I love her. Yeah, she's great. She's so great for the sport. But yeah, she has it. It's all about injuries. She has a groin injury, which hopefully she'll take care of in the off season. But the season just started, right?
No, they go to playoffs. They moved their season back. This is what they did. They're smart. They moved their season back to like March or April to start because they started it right when the NFL and college football and the Warriors and the Lakers and hockey started and got crushed. Now they have the eyes because it's just them in baseball. Now they're going into their playoffs. I think the league will be okay. She's opened eyes to it, and there's some great stories, great players, Aja Wilson, Paige Brookers, but it's a loss for the league. You and I talk about the 80s and 70s all the time, and you could talk to your dad, Jerry, about this. Remember when men's tennis, remember when Americans, Brad, dominated men's tennis from McEnroe and Jimmy Connors? We haven't, I'm watching the U.S. Open, you just brought it up. I'm watching the U.S. Open, and we haven't had a male American win a major since Andy Roddick in 2003. It's embarrassing. Okay, the women are great. Sloane Stevens, Coco Gauff, the Williams sisters. We got Kim Kagula. We got a lot. We have young, good tennis players that are men. But what a drought, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, especially the U.S. Open. You want to win on your turf. You want an American, but they're coming. We got some great players. We got some great great tennis, man. I'm so glad what's her name finally apologized to the tennis player. Remember, she got in an argument, Taylor, about you're not a class act. You're this and that.
Oh yes,
Because
poor
she
sport. I ain't
lost.
talking about. Yeah.
I mean, come on. That girl is so good. She's such a class act. She didn't even rip into her after she did that, and it made her look so bad. It's not my first language. What? What are you talking about, sister?
What do you not your first language? What do you mean your first language?
Yeah.
Come on, what do you not your first language? Come on, I hate to hear that bullshit. Everyone's got sour grapes. But before we move on to some other stuff, I need you. I have to plug you. I watched episode 1 of Take a Ride with Chunky Love, which is on YouTube. This is Brad's new show. The guy that's in the back of his car, we know very well because we had him on a podcast. Fans, when you get done watching us on YouTube, go watch this. I'll send you the link if you want. Send it to your emails. It is phenomenal. And Brad, give us a capsule of the show and when you drop it and when we can watch it.
Yeah, we have 3, 4 episodes this season. Then we're going to go into next season. It's basically that's what I used to call myself. Take her Chunky Love. People get in the car. What's your name? Are you Brad? I go, yeah, but I go by Chunky Love. And in 10 years and 5 months, I had so many characters. And Tank, our first episode, I picked him up at a hospital. He's a security guard, and he just started telling me stories. And that's a great thing. It's like an interview in the car. It's like a podcast in the car. And oh my, I've had so many great people. Some of them I'm friends with. They keep in touch with me, and I make it fun because there's not much going on. Either people are on the phone, they're sleeping, whatever. That's fine. I don't say a word. But when they engage with me, they tell me things that they would never tell. I mean, one guy, oh, this is sad, but I pick him up at this Bordago in Long Beach, and he basically, I go, oh, I'm just taking a few bucks. He goes, yeah, I got another DUI. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, my parents are Russian. They want me to be a doctor. I go, what do you want? An actor. Oh, I'm an actor. So I shut off and man, it gets me emotional. The third one, he was on his way down, got drunk. He was on his way downtown to jump off a building. So really, and I talked to him for 45 minutes. You belong here. Go for your dreams. Stay off the sauce. And he was really touched. And I'm so glad I picked him up. See, that's the thing. There's no coincidences. Why did I pick him up? Why couldn't it have been you or her? So, and then we just laugh in the car. People tell me incredible stories about their life. So I created a show, and my partner's Jordan Deck. You might know him. He's our guru behind the scenes. Great producer, great guy, and it's great. We've edited about 3 or 4 shows, and then we're going to go into production later this year on season 2. Take a ride with Chunky Love.
Take a ride with Chunky Love on YouTube, please. The graphics are great. When you see the cartoon, it looks like Brad. Trust me, man. It's a good lead in, and I'm proud of you. Way to go. Now,
Thanks, buddy.
he was taking what Brad took a picture for me. He's driving down Beverly Hills. He goes by Jennifer Lopez's house. We got to show this again. He shows, and she had a tree carved in the front of her freaking house. Check this out. It's called the Jennifer Lopez Kulu tree.
Oh, that's good. She's what, 50? She has gray buns, man. Wow.
Man, look at that. You can't get a better looking tree than that. That's beautiful. And before we start I'm going to start a foray into news. We're going to do some news stories because we're concerned. And people said, what's your take in the world? But isn't this beautiful? Because we're such animal lovers. Look at this, Brad.
Sure.
How old were you when you found out the world is a cat playing with Australia? If you took a sketch of the entire world, fans of Fish and Snacks, it's a cat and it's got his paw on Australia. And that's just a wonderful way to segue into some of the shit that's going on in the world right now. I want you to look at these 3 guys are meeting right now as we speak. And it concerns me. That's Vladimir Putin. That's President Xi of China, and Kim Jong-un. He's such a Kim Jong-un of North Korea.
Yeah.
And it's funny. President Trump says that I'm great friends with all of them. And then, can you remember the first term? Trump is in North Korea and he's hugging them and stuff, giving them CDs. Yeah. Well, I'm concerned, and I don't usually go down those rabbit holes, but I'm concerned that we're becoming too much of an isolationist in America, and we're pissing too many people off in the world. And you know what? If the rest of the world ganged up, there's no more taking rides with Chunky Love. You agree?
It's a terrible time. I mean, Trump listen, I'm not a big fan, but you know what, buddy, put the sanctions back in place. Putin is playing with you. He has been playing with you from day one with the hug. And, when he shakes somebody's hand, he taps their arm, that tap he does. I mean, they're laughing at us around the world. And that was a show. Putin flew in, Jung flew in, they showed the military. It's all a show. It's all an act. I mean, we got to be careful. We got to take care of our own people. Yes. And it's just a bad time. You know, it's a real bad time. I like to segue to something. What is this clown, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.? What is he thinking? What is going on there? Vaccine? What? Where did he graduate college? This guy is unbelievable, and they ripped him yesterday. Oh, or the day before. It was incredible. Bernie Sanders is my hero.
What
I
about the
mean,
GOP? The
yeah,
GOP guys, when your own party rips you, then you take a look at it and say, wow. And he just really was taking, well, what he says he could look at a person and tell if they're autistic. How the hell can you look at someone and tell if they're
I know
autistic? You
exactly.
know,
Yeah,
I look at him and I see a fool. I'm sorry.
yeah. Oh, he is
Whether you're if you're for the vaccine or not, now you can only get a COVID vaccine for 65 or older, special
yeah.
conditions. If you need to get a vaccine for something, it should be available to. I don't give a shit what party you are and what you
Absolutely.
think.
You make your choice. If you don't want to get it, you
Me,
don't want to get it.
you don't
I
have to get
think,
it.
yeah,
You don't have to get it. No one's putting a gun to your head to get a vaccine. It's your choice. Make it
exactly,
available to people.
exactly. But this guy, I mean, how? First of all, he runs for president. He loses right away, and then Trump says, "Well, let's bring him in for this." What? And the CDC, all the people, they, in protest, they quit. I mean, that's dangerous, man. That's really dangerous. And these kids, these poor kids, they need vaccines. They're around each other. And yesterday was a big day. I took my dad for his COVID and flu shot. I got one too, both. And I go to this great, man, I got to talk of CVS, this wonderful pharmacist, Tracy. She always takes care of us, To take your dad, 93, for shots, I mean, it's a whole ordeal. I mean, but I bribed him. I got him a fillet of fish after. So
He showed me some pictures. I wanted to put him on, and
yeah,
he's
yeah,
shirtless.
yeah. No, yeah,
Jerry,
no.
Jerry's got a better body at 93 than you've ever had. I mean, look at this guy. How the hell aren't you? He takes his shirt off. You can't take your shirt off next to your 93-year-old dad. That's really
Well,
concerning.
well, we have one thing in common. We both have man boobs.
Oh, you mean Tom Brady at the combine?
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, RFK, his dad. I mean, RFK Senior, he's just looking down on his son and go, "What is going on here?" Did you? Okay,
Well,
there was a MMA fight. It was hilarious. So Trump walks in with Dana White, and they're walking to their seats with the Secret Service, and he sees Robert F. Kennedy, and he gives him a hug, and then the wife from Curb Your Enthusiasm, she sticks out her hand. He walks right by her like she wasn't even there. Oh my gosh,
well, you know what? What do you think about that? I was going to ask you that question because she's a tremendous actress, Cheryl Hines, who's been in that
unbelievable.
show, and she's having a hard time getting work because she's married to this lunatic. Do you agree
Yeah,
with that? That because you're married to someone, I mean, look, she has to agree with a lot of things that he says. She's been with him 14 years. I
right.
don't think she's. I don't know if she should be black. If she's blacklisted, I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
that's a
Uh,
tough. That's a real hard, again, rabbit hole to go down. I mean, I did you work when you worked on Curb? Did you meet her or work with her?
no, I just work with JB Smoove and Larry.
And
But
David,
I
yes,
met her before. She's really nice. I mean,
right.
she's really sweet. But again, this is how the world is. You could be blackmailed because you were mean to the craft service guy. But I'm never like that. I love him. He's my favorite person on the set. But yeah, no, listen, she'll come back. It'll be all right. But he's got to go. He's got to go. It's just that's my pick of the week. He'll be gone. They're gonna get rid of him.
Yeah,
I'm telling you
he's
before.
not going to survive Brad's survival pool.
Yeah,
Over
exactly.
under 3 weeks, and then the season's
Oh no,
over.
he's finished. There's
Let,
gonna
let's
be
get to
some
some
big.
Hollywood stuff. It's
Yeah.
always been a big topic because we know Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Craig. What's the kid's name?
Oh,
The James Bond, the smaller guy with the blonde hair, Craig something, the actor, Daniel Craig.
Daniel
All
Craig.
right.
Right.
Well, look at that. This is one of my favorite actors, and I want your take on this because you're my Hollywood guy. Guess who the next 007 is? Tom
Who?
Hardy. And I
Oh,
think it's a wonderful pick. What do you
I do
think?
too. I like him. I have another version that my writing partner and I, Sean White, I've come up with. How about a fat James Bond? But no,
Shane
I
Gill.
think
Let me see who could possibly play him. Shane Gillis.
yeah.
Anyone else I could think that's fat that I
No,
know? Maybe has a mustache.
me. This guy. This guy. I would love
He,
to. Oh, that would be funny, right?
no, we need you to audition for something like you talked about auditioning for The Whale. You talked about auditioning for what was the other role you auditioned for and someone else? Because well, obviously Brendan Fraser. Was it Full Metal Jacket with
No,
the
no.
note?
But everybody said I was too young. But everybody said back then I should have been that. Vincent D'Onofrio is incredible
Right.
and great actor. But man, I would have loved to. But The Whale was really special because I made it. It was between me, Brendan Fraser, and another guy. And my last audition for the director, Darren Aronofsky, I was in my underwear, sweating profusely. Hello, with the lights on me in my underwear, and I was just totally exposed, and I really went deep into myself because I really wanted that role. But Brendan did a great job. That's one thing in life, you come so close, you're just there. There's so many things. I've talked about this before. I was in this show called with Desert Breeze with John Favreau. So I'm walking him to the car. He's walking me. We're just talking, and he says to me, "God, I wish I met you. I just did this movie called Swingers. You would have been one of my buddies." I'm like, "Oh God," And then I was the warm up guy on Hearts of Fire, guy who warms up the crowd. And then Billy Bob Thornton said, "God, I wish I would have met you. You would have been in Sling Blade." Oh, well, but that's life, That's
So when
life.
you audition for the fat James Bond, get it before some other fat guy goes in there, and then you got to tell
All
the same
right.
fuck, and you're doing this stupid ass podcast. So look, I had this, I want to bring this up with you because even though you're 38, you remember this. This is very concerning for me. I had this conversation with my brother and my brother-in-law this week. Where the fuck are rock and roll bands? If you listen to music, there's no rock and roll bands.
Yeah.
Zero. It was such a big, iconic music genre in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s, and some in the 2000s. But there's no rock and roll bands. Even all this music right now is techno hop or whatever, country. What happened to rock and roll? So what happens? I turn on Amazon and this wonderful show comes on called The Runarounds. This is that just dropped. I watched all 8 episodes. This is Friday, on Tuesday and Wednesday, about a garage band in Wilmington, North Carolina, and they get signed. And they're bringing back rock and roll, and it's a great miniseries. I don't recognize the only person I recognize in the show was Brooklyn Decker, who, by the way, is married to Andy Roddick, who I brought up earlier.
Yeah.
It is a terrific show. But my question to you, Brad, we went to rock concerts when we were younger.
Yeah.
And people 18, Jordan Deck's age, 18 to 45, you're taking me to see the Eagles that were doing a residency, right? The
Right.
first time they did a residency here at the Sphere, the average age of the crowd was 18 to 45. They didn't see the Eagles when we saw them in the 70s
Yeah.
and 80s. Our music still generates and resonates with the younger crowd, yet there's no young bands. Have you noticed that? You listen to music in your car or on
Yeah.
Spotify or whatever?
Yeah. I'm not a big concert guy, but I've been to some great concerts. I mean, I saw Frank Sinatra with my family. I took him to the Greek. My buddy John, he got me tickets. I am telling you, Frank Sinatra and his son. I saw it back to back. Then I took my buddy James. We went to Irvine. I've seen Sammy Davis Jr. I've seen Tom Jones. I mean, there's just something special about old school music. And my favorite band, if I ever make it, which I'm probably not on this podcast, I love Kool and the Gang. That's my favorite band. That's mine, baby. I love it because it's feel good music.
You know where they're
I'm a
from?
disco guy, but I'm straight. What?
Well,
I think.
well, I'll get back to I want you to answer the question, but they're from Youngstown, Ohio, where my wife is from. Cool Bell, and they still tour. And since you're such a wedding singer Sandler guy, the number one song still at bar mitzvahs, weddings, anniversaries, all is Celebration, which they wrote in 19 what
Yep.
77.
Yep.
They still tour and they still sound great, and it still resonates with the younger crowd. But you remember, don't you, when you listen, you say, what, there can't be one more rock and roll band?
There
Anyone new
are.
coming
There,
out doing music? Why? Why?
Follow the
Email
money
us.
trail. Follow the money trail. Remember, it's all about money. It's sad. You know, look at my buddy Scooter Braun, okay,
Oh,
dating my
oh,
girl now. Scooter Braun is a genius, there it is. Oh, so they're now dating
yeah.
Scooter Braun
I don't believe this.
and Sweeney. And then, of course, there's my little take.
Yeah.
Perfect. What about me? I'm a good guy. I'm fat and funny. And then at the end, I say, I still wear my jeans, tough skins.
No, what you said, which
Yeah.
was a deal
You read
breaker,
it.
is
You read it.
I'm a virgin. He said I'm
Yeah,
a
I'm a
virgin in that
virgin. Oh,
thing.
perfect. Yeah. She loved me. And that whole controversy with the jeans and all that, they politicize everything now. I mean, oh, by the way, jokes. I mean, it's just a joke. Let's laugh. Let's love and laugh. That's what I
Who's Scooter
love.
Braun? How did I miss this
Yeah.
guy? I mean,
Oh,
Sydney Sweeney's been linked to Tom Brady, Tom Hardy, other
yeah.
people, and all of a sudden Scooter Braun. It looks like the kind of kid you and I beat up in high school. That we couldn't steal we wanted their chemistry notes. So
No,
fuck.
yeah, no, but buddy, great businessman. He had the whole thing controversy with Taylor Swift. He bought her whole, what did he buy? Her whole collection, and then
Well, he's
he
got
wanted
money
it
though.
back.
He's got
Yeah,
money.
all money. Yeah, no, but I heard he's a good guy. He's really down to earth, and But again, it's just crazy. Who cares? I mean,
Is
yes,
that what
we
it's
want money.
about?
I'm
Is
sorry.
that what it's about then? This is it. This is
That's
our
it.
whole. This is our whole mantra because Belichick is dating a 24-year-old. He's not an attractive man. He's 72 years old. She's drop dead gorgeous.
Yeah.
He's got all of this. Is that so? When you see a 24-year-old attracted to Al Pacino or Robert De Niro, it's all
Right.
because of that. They're is that the back of their mind?
Yeah, you're dating a famous person. If you look at Instagram, all these girls now, okay, whoever they are, mom, sister, cousin, they're all in a bikini at their house, and trying to get followers so they can make money. Oh, there's a great you like TMZ? I love TMZ. I love that they're doing a whole documentary on OnlyFans and why these people do it and if they make money. But the vote was that it's not good. I mean, there was this one guy who was on uh Cody something. Yeah, he's now doing it. I mean, there's so many people, but they always tell their backstory. I was going to be evicted. My dog needed care, and I made a lot of money. And people are voyeurs. Like you, you're a creeper, and people love to watch. That's the great thing about
Wait a
what I
minute.
did at the Hollywood
Hey,
Tropicana. People, I'm sorry,
wait a minute.
cutting me off.
Put your sunglasses on,
Oh,
and I know a school that lets out in about 20 minutes.
oh God. There we go.
Imagine this
You look
is
good, man.
if we did the Force again, I'll be the Tom Sizemore character. You be you.
We'll bring back Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch,
Great show, 70s. But no, it's like it's
Bishki and
crazy.
Snetsky. Jesus.
Follow the money trail in life. People do things, and they when they come to Hollywood, people don't realize how expensive it is to live here. That's a big thing. Then they get into other things that they shouldn't be getting into.
How do you
And
live there? I'm born and raised there, and my buddy Craig Persky, big fan of the show, one of my best friends from high school. His daughter and his son rent an apartment off of Pico and La Brea, which is
yeah,
not a bad area. It's not a
yeah,
great area.
yeah,
The apartment's about the size probably of the room you're sitting in, 2,500.
yeah.
Is that normal in LA right now,
Oh,
Brad?
that's nothing. Is there one? It's a
Jesus.
1 bedroom or 2 bedroom?
I think it's a one bedroom with like a
Oh,
loft or something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's
I'm not sure.
crazy.
I haven't seen it, I don't know, but
It's
it's
getting it's
insane.
getting it's getting worse. Yeah. I mean, I take care of my mom and dad. I'm barely hanging on, but to put your grandparent or your parent in a home, that's not good either. That's
No, it's not good. We talk about that in there. That's
yeah,
why,
yeah.
well,
By the way,
I'll tell you what, buddy. We should have
I wanted
we
to
talk
ask you a
about,
question. Wait, before you cut me off.
glad you brought that up. Question. Lee Lipinski. Lee Lipinski, he's the guy who took you down the street to see another bartender when he came up to see me in Vegas. So you remember if you saw him?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he always says to me, he comes in, it was last week, I was put on last week's show, but we got on another tangent. Ask snacks. What was the best craft services you ever had? The best variety, the best tasting food on any show or movies ever done? You have to have
Curb,
that answer.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
You know, I knew it. I think fuck. It
The
was that good.
bigger
Was
the
it
show, the better the food. The bigger
really?
the show, the better the food. Or a movie, Adam Sandler movies. Unbelievable. Everything you ever wanted and more.
It's like the
Yeah.
people. Adam Sandler probably will have a craft service and say, "How do you want your omelet? Oh, you eat you're a vegan. You like tofu. What's
Yeah.
the worst? Without naming names or being discreet, what's the worst craft services you've ever had on any show?
Low,
Or I mean,
low
just where they.
budget. Yeah. Low budget shows, movies. I've done a lot of favors for people, and when you go on the set, you base it on the craft service. It's funny, Larry David put his arm around me and he said, "Why are you going to the car so much?" I go, I'm a method actor." He goes, "Can I look in your knapsack there?" I was stealing food, potato
Absolutely.
chips,
Oh,
Cokes, all that stuff. That's what people do. It's there for the taking, and you Waters. One of my buddies, Robert, he was a studio teacher. He used to steal. He used to take everything. He'd make a sandwich, put it in a thing, run to his car. People do it, and all the background artists do it, which is great.
why
They
not?
spend the money, so you might as well take it home and enjoy it, so they don't throw it away at the end of the day.
Hey, just a quick here. Ashley, want to say she got two more dogs fostered this week. What
Oh,
Ashley, a friend of the show, a guest on the show recently, a homeforspot.com.
yes,
Brad is the greatest philanthropist when it comes to dogs and his love for animals, and I am too. And we're lucky to have a homeforspot.com. They're nationwide. You want to foster a dog, you want to adopt a dog.
yes.
There you go.
Please rescue a dog and talk to Ashley. She's so sweet. By the way, big news: September 11th, coming up. Annie, my beautiful Annie the love dog, will be 13 years old. She lives on love. People cannot believe, I can't believe she's 13. She's sitting right over here. She's my good luck charm. And dogs are better than people. I go to
Oh, we
this
said
great
every
dog park
show.
I talked about
What?
it
What? Go
before.
back. So
Is
she's
it
born
okay if I
13
finish my
years
thought?
ago. Hang on.
Yeah.
She's born 13 years ago on 9/11, which is, if you say that to somebody, that brings back the most horror of memories. And you have this angel that came to you 13 years ago. So you could take something that's tragic like that, and an angel comes. Brad did this thing for Soups and Nuts with the 106-year-old lady, and all I'm looking at is Annie and how your dog is around that older woman. And Annie's bigger than I thought. I thought Annie was a small dog. She's
No,
pretty
she's
big
just
for.
golden retriever size. By the
Is she
way,
a golden
golden
doodle? What is
doodle,
she? A doodle? What is she? A mix?
a golden doodle, half golden retriever, half poodle. And it's funny, the poodle's the smarts and the goldie's the love. And I never knew about it. We had lost our beautiful golden retriever named Mookie, and my mom, she's been so instrumental in my life. She said, "Look, in this People magazine, what's a golden doodle?" I go, "Mom, I don't know. Let me look into it." And I surprised my parents on their 50th wedding anniversary at the Beverly Hills Hotel with Annie the love dog. And everybody went wild. My nephews, my brother, my sister, in-laws, everybody except my parents. They were like very upset with me because they said I'm too old for a puppy. I go, "I'll do everything. I just need you to do one thing, love her," and they have. So it's been great.
No one loves that dog like you do, and it's great. Do you take Annie when you take a ride with Chunky Love? Is she in the car with you with your
She's been in the
guests?
car. Yeah. She's been in the car before. Yeah. People are
That's
like, "What
great.
is this?" I go, "Oh, my dog."
Is
Is it
she
okay?
good in the car? Because my dog Molly goes ballistic in the car. And she tried to jump in the front seat. I got to push her back.
Oh, that's
She
funny.
she'll lick at my face while I'm driving. She's a golden. She's great. She's very well trained and very behaved. You get her in a car, and it's like it's like she's on 17 hits of cocaine. She's running around in circles. It's so
No,
fun.
no,
It's
Annie's
a,
very chill. Very chill. She loves the
very chill.
window, the wind beneath her wings. And then she loves the air conditioning because it's been really hot here. And we just hang out. And I take her into stores. I take her wherever I go. And it's been one of the greatest rides of my life. I'm so sweet. I'm so blessed, man. Love dogs. Love
Me
dogs.
too. I'm gonna have a dog the rest of my life. I hope I live another 15, 20 years. But Vicky and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said when Molly be 8 in February, let's get 12, to 12,
Wait
13
a
with
minute.
the
Wait
gold
a minute. We didn't talk about something. Annie will be 13 on
13.
9/11. Wait. Let me finish. Somebody's going to be something on September 15th. Would that be you? How old are you going to be, buddy?
Medicare, 65.
Great
I
answer.
got my Medicare. I got the Aetna Prime Plus, and now I can get a free tapioca pudding at any Foy's cafeteria in the greater Las Vegas Valley. I don't even like tapioca, goddammit.
Jesus, you bring this character back, the guy, the
I'll
Jewish
be
old guy. I like that.
65 years old, buddy boy. And
65? Man, I
my
thought you were going to be
birthday.
71.
Well,
Jeez.
here's a good thing. Annie's 11th. I'm the 15th. You're coming out soon. And the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, Black, they play the Los Angeles Chargers from your town on my birthday in Las Vegas. My son Max is taking me to the game. So I'm gonna take some shots. I'm gonna take some pictures. Hopefully get,
Please.
I have a few connections, JT the Break, few people I'm gonna get with and see if we can get some shots for the show and make some better connections with the Raiders for
There,
Max.
I love the Raiders. I love Mark Davis. Just win, baby. I think they're going to do something this year. I
Can't wait.
think I really do. I think they've had a lot of losing seasons, but you know what? They never give up. And I think this is going to be a good year.
I want to make a point. I want to ask you a question about LA.
Yeah.
I was wrong. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Chargers tonight play in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Oh,
So, being from LA and we grew up there and we saw so much great action with the Lakers, USC, UCLA. Does it bother you as being a Los Angelino that the football teams are like the Raiders here? When the Rams open up, the Buffalo Bills came to play the Rams in the Rams home opener when they displayed their rings and the Rams won the Super Bowl and dropped the thing. 45,000 Bills fans in the stadium. Does it bother you? Does it embarrass you like it embarrasses me that when our home teams plays, there's always fans from the other team more than the home fans? There's so many great fans in LA that people don't know about. They just don't go to the games as much. Do you agree?
yes, but this is how it works in LA. Okay. Any sport, okay. So they come late, okay, because they're big time, and then they leave early. They never stay to the end. Like in Buffalo, in Chicago, they're in brutal weather. Brutal. I mean, you don't. I mean, you get under the covers when you watch it on TV because it's brutal, but they're incredible. They stay. They travel with the team. They love their Bills. They love their Bears. They love. I mean, Green Bay. They love it. They just love sports. It's like I said, entertainment and the merch. By the way, I'm working on some merch for Fish and Snacks. Do you want a hat?
Anything. I'll wear the hat. I like to wear. Oh, you
Okay.
kidding? I'd like to get we'll get some merch. We'll get some long sleeve shirts, and then we'll get whoever emails us the most.
Yeah,
We'll send it to them. Of course,
yeah, and we
Keith
got to get
Berman's
one of
going
our.
through a hard time right now, buddy. He's
What? That's
fighting.
uh,
He is he's fighting the 100-foot wave,
I
and
love him, man.
he
I
told
got
me
to
to
meet
tell
him.
you, love you. I'm fighting like my, and
Uh,
it's we just all we want to say is we're with you. If we could do anything for
absolutely.
Keith Berman, if you ever knew anyone that's fighting cancer,
Yeah.
it's the worst thing on the planet, and he's fighting the worst kind of cancer. It's
Uh,
pancreatic, 1% survival rate. I
uh,
don't say this to be Pollyanna or be a homer, but he's beating it. He's winning.
yes.
So
Yes.
every battle he wins because he has the will to live. He's got the kind of moxie that this porno star has next to me, whatever the hell he is. And we wish him the best. Brad, I got a
Thank
question.
you.
Sue
Love you,
Provenzano.
Berman.
What? Yeah, we love you. I wrote her name down. Sue Provenzano, Bellingham, Washington. If Fisher Snaz could live in any decade and
Oh,
succeed, what would it be? You go first.
oh God. Late 70s, early 80s, right there. That's my I want I if I mean I was young, But God, I love the 70s. It was a just everything about the 70s and early 80s was positivity and love, you know. And I miss this. I had a great upbringing, you know. I just loved LA back then. Now it's not a great place to live, but I still live here. Hopefully it'll come back. But man, that's my decade. 70s and early 80s. How about you?
Well, we get to take the knowledge we have now and bring
Yeah.
it back. And there was a great movie called Peggy Sue Got Married with Kathleen Turner and Nicolas Cage, where she goes back in time.
Yeah.
I would go back to the 1950s
Oh,
because
okay.
I remember my dad was alive and my mom was alive. They met, they got married in the 50s, and it was just an innocent time.
Yeah.
We got through the Korean War. Your dad could tell you. This is why we always say at the end of the show, talk to your grandparents because your dad lived this. My
Right.
dad lived it.
Yeah.
The 50s was just a romantic, innocent, uh, uh, people builder type of decade where we made money and we started to make money and capitalism was starting. You know, we had our problems, we had racism and other stuff like that, but I think people cared about each other more. And we take our knowledge back. And what do you and I do? We go up to someone and say, "See these phones right now? You figure out a way to put a phone in someone's hand and they could talk through it, you know." And
Right.
you never know if you're not meeting Steve Jobs' dad or something like that. So I would go back to the 50s, 70s. We lived in the 70s and 80s. I remember it, but I want to go back to the 50s.
Yeah. You know, everybody has their special time, you know, and there's ups, there's downs in life, and you just never give up because my dad has taught me, you know, your life can change overnight for the better or for the worse, but life is not easy. Life is
Dad,
not
you,
easy. Even if you
you go
have
back to your
money,
dad.
that
I'm
creates more
enamored with your
problems
dad.
sometimes.
I'm enamored with your parents because you're so
Mm,
blessed to have them. And
I
when you
am.
don't, you think about them every day. So I live my life vicariously through you. Your dad's always giving you great advice, and you said it on the show. But can you think of one thing you haven't said in the show that he told you? Is he giving you advice like if you're going through a hard time recently and you know you're taking care of your parents and your business, let's face it, your business sucks right now with the entertainment industry. Has your dad just pulled you aside and says, go get a hot dog and give you that pep talk?
In the car, we talk. You know, when I take him to his doctor's appointments, when I took him to yesterday for his shots, you know, he just gives me, you know, he gives me advice every day, you know, and I watch him. He's 93 years old in 66 days, and he gets up every day. He writes everything down. He watches his shows. He loves his Dodgers, Lakers, Golden State. He lives a full life. That's the thing. Don't and the one thing about it, you know, when it's all said and done, everybody goes through stuff. You know, don't, you know, woe's me, do this, you know, and like my buddy Joe Kopp, he's been on the show
Twice.
yeah, twice. Great guy, one of my best buddies. New York cop, retired, worked 9/11. He goes to Vegas with his boys every year, and he goes to White Castle. Okay, this is so simple, and he buys like maybe 100 burgers, and he hands them out to the homeless. He walks up and down Fremont Street or wherever in Vegas, and he just hands them. Veterans, people are hungry. Is that? I mean, that's what the simpler time was the 70s for me because people cared about each other. You know, if everybody did one little good deed a day, it would be a better world. You
Pay it
know,
forward. Yeah.
I don't talk about what I do. It's between me and the person. But when I see people starving and they're begging for food, one story I could tell you, I was at McDonald's, surprise, drive through, and there was a
Yeah.
girl in it.
Really?
You can
Yeah.
believe that?
Nah. Wow. Breaking news.
And I saw this girl, and she had a little sign, and I had just um, I had just left paying, and she's like, "Please, I'm from New York. I'm an actress. I didn't know how expensive it was. She hadn't eaten in 3 days,
Oof.
so I bought her what I don't usually give people money because that's not what I do. I get a burger or whatever I can give them something to drink. But I gave her $20. She could have beat Carl Lewis in the 100 in the Olympics. She ran into that McDonald's, and she wasn't working me. I watched her order, and it was a mitzvah. It's so easy to be nice. You can't take it with you. I'm not saying, every person, but just do one little good deed a day, like Molly's challenge.
Oh,
Andrew Klein's beautiful daughter, Molly. Sadly, she took her own life, but he said, Molly's challenge: do 6 things a day that help people. Right?
absolutely. Well, let me ask you this: when you gave her the $20 and she ran like Carl Lewis into the Golden Arches, what was on your agenda? What did she get you? Did you get the fillet of fish with the apple pie and the chocolate thing? She had to have bought you something with the money you gave her. You fed her, but there's
Yeah.
no way you would have sent her to McDonald's and she wasn't coming out with something for you. No way. Not buying it.
No, we're still dating. But anyway, it's great.
You're still dating.
We're
There is
still
hope.
dating. Yeah. No.
So my dad, passed away in 2008, and he was just no filter like me, not the most cerebral man. And I'm going to say something that sounds kind of, I'll give you one of the no filter, loose cannon, racist things that he said. But one thing he always said to me and my brothers was, I can't bleed. If I could bleed for you, I would, but I can't bleed for you. You're going to have to bleed on your own. And the second thing,
Wow.
he heard me and my brothers talking about, I guess I'll say it, dick sizes. He pulls us over and he says, guys, if you're worried, he's a New York guy. Dad, if you guys are worried about the size of your schwanz, he goes, get with the small girl, because no matter how small, no matter how small your dick is, it's gonna look big in her hand. And
Oh my
I remember
God.
my brother Bobby looks at him, goes, are you serious? He goes, I think I got your mother.
Oh gosh, that
That's
is
exactly what he said.
hilarious.
The sense of humor, and yeah, but what you have going for you is you miss that. You miss that, and um, we say it on every show. And we got 7 minutes to go. I don't care if people don't like when we say this. If you have parents and the younger audience that we have grandparents, please, you know, um, Jerry and Sandy have a lot of fucking stories, dude. A lot,
They
you
do.
know, a lot of stories. I can walk up to Jerry right now and say, 1965, Sandy Koufax, and his
Yeah.
eyes would light up. Oh, Jesus, yeah. Oh, and he could tell you a story about someone we know only from video.
Yeah. We're the only country in the world where we don't revere our elders. You know, any country in the around the world, I mean, especially Asian people, they take care of their parents all the way to the end. LA, a lot of people, I'm telling you, they don't go see their parents, they don't go see their grandparents. It's not just the call, which you should call every day if you can for 5 minutes and just tell them that you love them. But again, go see them. They've lived their life. Listen to their stories. It'll help you. But everybody today, they're all narcissists. I know better than this. I know this and that. And then they're begging their parents to bail them out of jail. I mean, it's crazy what's going on. I just pray every day that LA gets back to what it was. It's just,
Me too.
yeah, I mean, really, it's terrible. Show business, they say, is coming back a little bit, but again, it's going to take a long time to come back. You watch in 2028, it's going to be perfect because the Olympics are going to be here, right? You know,
Not
that's
that.
what
I
they
worry. We
say.
talk about. I worry about what AI is doing, especially to
Yeah,
your to your drama as actors. I mean, it's incredible what it's done. That you can just talk into an AI chat GPT, which I use to make
yeah.
beautiful posters and stuff like that. But hey, let's do a script about Brad and Chucky Love, and he goes into North Hollywood and picked up 2 homeless people, and they give you a whole script. And I don't,
Yeah.
I'm.
But
It's
then,
scary.
but that's just, they can do that, but you got to bring in the talent to
Right.
really refine it, because AI only can do so much.
Let me ask you this about. We talked about this because it's still on my mind, and I always have a visual of you. In 7 to 12 years, when they have synthetic robots like in the Stepford Wives that you can make love to and pay like $1,000, and you can program to make love to your machinations, what you like to do, you better start saving now, buddy. You better cash some of those
Oh,
those bar mitzvah bonds in, because I can only imagine you're the first guy. You're going to be the test dummy. I promise you. I promise. Brad Grumberg, Brad Snacks, Cat, and Chunky Love will be the first test dummy for the first synthetic robot that makes love.
what are you
Guaranteed.
talking about? I'm already ahead of the game, Manny. I go to the pleasure chest, I get blow up dolls. Okay. My favorite girl now is Shirley, and we cuddle, we make love. It's fantastic. And then I deflate her, And then, it saves me money. I put her in the closet, and then, I bring her out when, I get horny. It's really the way of the future. I've been
Why don't you
doing
put
this.
it? Why don't you, when you do Chunky Love, just blow her up like they did in the movie Airplane. Put her in the side in the passenger seat.
Greatest movie. Oh, yeah.
Oh God,
With the cigarette. Remember the cigarette? Remember
oh,
after the. Oh, man. Kareem
it was
Abdul-Jabbar,
so great
the
in that
greatest
movie.
Hall of Famer.
Lloyd
He was in
Bridges,
that
remember
movie.
that?
Oh,
I
so
picked a bad week to give up smoking. I picked a bad mistake. There
stop
was
calling
so.
me Shirley.
Oh, don't call me that.
Leslie
Peter
Nielsen.
Graves.
Yeah.
Peter Graves was that actor. Go see
Oh, so
Airplane.
great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great movie. The Zucker brothers, Pat Prophet, they wrote that. That was so good. Oh,
Oh,
they don't make movies like that anymore.
wait a minute. I heard Naked Gun stinks. The one with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Who
It
told
got.
you? Oh, really?
I read Variety. It said, well, first of all, you're taking over a Leslie Nielsen franchise that was so dynamic,
Yeah.
right? It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to take over. If it's, let's say Adam Sandler or someone else did Happy Gilmore other than him, it's not going to work. Whether you liked it or not,
Right.
you can't have David Spade take over and do a Sandler character. It's not going to happen.
Right.
Not gonna happen.
No. Adam Sandler's very unique. And God, he has such longevity. He is a great businessman, and he's so humble. We've talked about this. Humble, nice, great to his crew, great to his buddies, puts everybody to work, and he wears a Hawaiian shirt and shorts to a premiere. I mean,
Doesn't care.
and
Doesn't
and,
care.
go, and please see Happy Gilmore too. Sean and I finished our script. It's going to be handed over to Mr. Sandler, so hopefully he bites, and I get to be in a movie that I wrote with Adam Sandler. Dreams do. You know what I always said at the Hollywood Tropicana when I did stand up or warm up? Dreams do come true. Don't ever give up.
Never.
No.
Never give up. Never, ever, ever give up your dream. And that would happen. That would be great. My whole thing is I'm talking to my brother-in-law who's in the business and said the two most humble guys are Adam Sandler and Gutenberg. And you saw, before we get out of here, you saw the way they handled themselves during the fires. One reporter didn't know who they were. And he goes, "Are you an actor?" He goes, "Yeah. I just get out of the way. I just part." He didn't care. Some actors just say, "You haven't seen me before. You don't know who I am." And that's not these guys. These guys aren't helping people. You know what it is about Sandler and Gutenberg? They're very talented. They know they're humble and they know that they're blessed to have this, and they don't take it for granted. That's it.
Right. They give back, and the great thing about them is they do things without a camera crew. When you see whoever go into children's hospital to visit a kid, they don't bring a camera crew, and they go like, oh my gosh, Scott Carrot Top Thompson. If you're in Vegas, you must see him at the Luxor. He goes into children's hospitals. He doesn't go visit one. He goes to visit 10 kids. And you know what did that take? 2 hours? Who cares?
He doesn't care.
Time is our greatest commodity. Help people. Give back if you're blessed. If if you haven't hit big yet, or if you ever do hit big, just be kind. It's just a terrible world. It's all about, look at me, I'm an influencer. You're nothing. I mean, it's sad.
I still don't know what an influencer is. I asked you last week. I don't know what an influencer is. You know what an influence is?
Yeah.
It's so we can get 2 people to adopt a dog. We've influenced them.
Oh,
If we go to Molly's challenge, a new thing. And before you get us out of here, go Raiders. Win a week 1 for the Fish and the Raider Nation.
Pete
Football
Carroll,
starts
baby. Pete
Sunday,
Carroll.
the first Sunday of NFL football. I know we're running a little late, but we're gonna let it go. Do you and Jerry sit down and watch a lot of games on Sundays?
Jerry's not a big football guy. He loves baseball and basketball.
All right.
I love all sports, and Pornhub too. And we all have a good time over here. But let's go, man. Number 12 is in the books, ladies and gentlemen. Share it, love it. Fish, that's fish. I'm Snacks. We'll see you next week on number 13.